president of Malawi, Lazarus Chakwera, who is fully hated by most of Malawian, was almost killed in a serious attack. And I'm going to unveil to you the reason why Peter Mutharika, the current president of Malawi, and Lazarus Chakwera are not getting up and they are not ready to work together. The reason why Peter Mutharika is against Lazarus Chakwera and the reason why Lazarus Chakwera is against Peter Mutharika. This beef started long time ago. Today on Chrisnoland TV, I'm also going to unveil to you what is the plan of Peter Mutharika towards Lazarus Chakwera, someone that most of the Malawian doesn't like him, and they claim that the downfall of Malawi was brought by Lazarus Chakwera. And I'm going also to unveil to you why is Peter Mutharika fully loved by so many Malawian. Remember that Peter Mutharika was the brother of Bingu wa Mutharika. Who is Bingu wa Mutharika, who was the most loved president in Malawi and whatever that he achieved in Malawi. And there is also the reason why it is very hard to arrest Lazarus Chakwera and for him to be put behind bars. Today, I'm also going to unveil to you the reason why Lazarus Chakwera wants Peter Mutharika to go down. He hasn't stopped. He's still working on a way that he can see that Peter Mutharika has gone down. And he's trying to sabotage the government of Peter Mutharika. Undona, today's episode is a very intriguing episode. It's an episode where most of the people that doesn't understand whatever that is currently happening in Malawi, this is the episode for you. For people to know what is Malawi and the reason why the president and the ex-president and the current president are not getting along. Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the support. Thanks so much for the love. God bless you. God bless you. If you are new here, kindly subscribe and click the notification button for you to never ever miss any news that we post here in our channel, because we always focus on whatever that is trending in the world of internet. Thank you guys. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. We don't take this for granted. We really appreciate the time that you guys take to watch our videos. We really appreciate the time that you guys take to share our content. We don't have anything to pay but to give you a big thank on Chrisnoland TV. Whatever that we do, we make sure that our audience get whatever that is currently happening here in Africa. That is whatever that we spearhead. That is whatever that we try our best to educate and elevate our audience. Our main objective is just to create awareness and give all of the people in the whole world information on whatever that is currently happening here in Africa. That is our objective, that is our work, and that is whatever that we continue to do, so that Africans can be educated, so that Africans can know whatever that is currently happening in this continent. Guys, we really appreciate the time that you guys take to subscribe to our episode, the time that you guys take to comment, to like. We really appreciate, and we don't take it for granted. We could have get it anywhere, but this time that you have allocated for us, we don't take it for granted. If it wasn't for you guys, we could not be where we are today. It's because of the support, it's because of the love, and God bless you, and God to continue to bless you. On today's episode, I want to educate our audience on whatever that is currently happening in Malawi. Peter Mutharika, the current president of Malawi, is still on the head of Lazarus Chakwera, who is the ex-president in Malawi. People are asking themselves that why does most of the Malawian don't trust Lazarus Chakwera? On today's episode, there was also an assassination attempt that happened towards Lazarus Chakwera. It means that the Malawian don't like whatever that Lazarus Chakwera did to them. And I'm going to tell you, it is hard, but we have to educate you the reason why Lazarus Chakwera is hard for him to be arrested. And the brother of Peter Mutharika, known as Bingu wa Mutharika. Let me start with Bingwa Mutharika and how Peter Mutharika came to the limelight. Back then, from 2012 to the year 20, I think it was 2009 to 2012, where Bingwa Mutharika, who is the bigger elder brother of Peter Mutharika, who died. Most of the Malawian used to love him because this is someone that has made Malawi to be where it was because of loving his own people. Bingwa Mutharika has done an amazing things in Malawi. Bingwa Mutharika has been first in forefront to make sure that Malawian are getting the eligible right. That is the reason why most of the Malawian really love and trust Bingwa Mutharika. That is how Peter Mutharika came to the limelight after his own brother died in the year 2012. The trust that people had towards Bingwa Mutharika is the same trust that they believe that Peter Mutharika is going to transform Malawi. Right now, that's how they came into. Peter Mutharika has been into the conflicts with Lazarus Chakwera. This came after the previous election where Peter Mutharika won, but there was a lot of irregularities. The election was nullified, and after the election was done once again, that is the time that Lazarus Chakwera came and win once again. So the conflict started over there because most of the people believed that Peter Mutharika won that election. Most of the people believed that Lazarus Chakwera won that election. Lazarus Chakwera went ahead and bribed the court. That is the way that he was able to get his own victory. But most of the Malawian didn't love him. Most of the Malawian didn't trust in the agenda of Lazarus Chakwera. During the time of Lazarus Chakwera, that was the year 2020 to 2025 currently, he has done Malawian a big of harm. The reason why it is very hard for Lazarus Chakwera to be arrested, it is because of these criminal activities that he has been doing, even though Peter Mutharika wants Lazarus Chakwera to spend the rest of his life in jail. It is because that it is very hard to determine that if Lazarus Chakwera was first in forefront conducting this corruption, Chakwera was the one spearheading the corruption to take place in Malawi. Let me give you 3 reasons why it's very hard for Lazarus Chakwera to be arrested. The first one is because of political vengeance and justice. You know very well that even though Peter Mutharika wants to arrest Lazarus Chakwera, it will look like he wants to revenge on whatever that happened the previous election. So there are so many people that still loves Lazarus Chakwera, and there are so many people that still love Peter Mutharika. So there is going to be conflicts in Malawi. People are going to come out and say that Peter Mutharika did that because he wanted to revenge. He wanted to do things because of whatever that happened in the year 2022. That is the reason why Peter Mutharika doesn't want Lazarus Chakwera to be arrested, because it may look like political vengeance and justice, like he wants to seek justice on whatever that happened the previous time. The second reason is because of legal and evidentially handless, because of no evidence. Is there any evidence that Lazarus Chakwera was being found in squandering money that belongs to the county government? Was it found that Lazarus Chakwera has been first in forefront using the money of Malawian for his own self-interest? You know very well that these people that are using money of the government, they usually use a third party. These third party are the ones that are being used as that source. Lazarus Chakwera has been first in forefront using Dr. Chilima, who was the vice president of Malawi. So it is very hard to come in and determine that Lazarus Chakwera was first in forefront using this money. You know very well that the person was behind the death of Dr. Chilima. It was Lazarus Chakwera. You knew very well that if Dr. Chilima has been arrested, he's going to reveal everything that they have been doing in that government. That is what Lazarus Chakwera feared. And this thing that happened, it was a plan. This was a fully plan on how they wanted to bring Dr. Chilima down, which happened fast. Even Lazarus Chakwera bodyguard was arrested. Do you know the person that was behind that corruption scandal. How comes that the bodyguard is being involved in that corruption scandal? It was Lazarus Chakwera that was using his own bodyguard. So it is going to be very hard, because there is no going to be evidence to find out that it is Lazarus Chakwera that has been squandering Malawian money. So that is the reason. Number 3, the main reason why it's very hard for Lazarus Chakwera to be arrested is because of corruption. Corruption has been spearheading in Malawi. Even the time that Peter Mutharika was the president in the first term, corruption was still there. So it is very hard to determine that Lazarus Chakwera is corrupt or Peter Mutharika is corrupt. If Lazarus Chakwera has been arrested, he's going to unveil whatever that the government has been squandering Malawian money. So that is the reason. Number 3, the main reason why it's very hard for Lazarus Chakwera to be arrested is because of corruption. Corruption has been spearheading in Malawi. Even the time that Peter Mutharika was the president in the first term, corruption was still there. So it is very hard to determine that Lazarus Chakwera is corrupt or Peter Mutharika is corrupt. If Lazarus Chakwera has been arrested, he's going to unveil whatever that the government usually do. There is no government in Malawi that is not corrupt. Let's just be honest. But there are some that are more corrupt than the other. Even the new president, the newly elected president Peter Mutharika, at some point he is corrupt. Even though he's claiming that he's going to transform Malawi, we just have to be honest at this. At some point, Peter Mutharika is also corrupt. Those are the main reason why it is very hard for Lazarus Chakwera to be arrested. This is also something that happened. There is a plan on how people want to kill Lazarus Chakwera. People are still angry with him. There are some people that went to the jail without doing anything, so they want to do revenge. You know, it's very hard for a head of state to be attacked the time that is still in power. Right now, as you are talking, Lazarus Chakwera is out of power. So it is very simple and it's very, very fast to attack him. He has been out of the limelight. Remember that during the inauguration, Lazarus Chakwera feared even to come to the inauguration of Peter Mutharika because people are tired. People were tired with him. He wasn't even there to say that. He just used it, a tweet that he say he accept that defeat. But there is nowhere that he came out and said that he wish Peter Mutharika well in leading the Malawian. He didn't do that. So he fears. Most of the people are angry. That is the reason why the life of Lazarus Chakwera is in danger. As you are talking right now, the life of Lazarus Chakwera is in big danger because of whatever that he did to innocent Malawian. Most of the people are in prison because of false accusation. That is the news that is reaching our desk concerning whatever that is currently happening in Malawi. As you are talking, Peter Mutharika is still doing investigation to find out whatever that transpired and if Lazarus Chakwera is the big contender in squandering the government money for his own self-interest. That is the news between Bingu wa Mutharika, Lazarus Chakwera and Peter Mutharika. You have know the reason why Peter Mutharika came to the limelight because of his own brother Bingu wa Mutharika, who did an amazing work while he was the president of Malawi. If you're new here, kindly subscribe, click the notification button for you to never ever miss any news that we post here in our channel, because we always focus on whatever that is trending in the world of internet. Our main objective is to make sure that Africans are united, Africans are working together, and Africans are there for one another. Guys, we don't take this for the granted. We really appreciate, we love you guys, we appreciate you, and we hope that you have a better life ahead. Today here in Kenya is known as the Mashujaa Day, the day of regulating what we call environment. That is what it's currently happening here in Kenya. Until next time, we'll say game over. God bless you.